Okay, attempt number 2. How's it going, everyone? Okay, you guys actually hear me this time? There's audio? Good. I don't I don't know exactly what happened, but I guess like an hour or two ago, like all my USB devices had like blipped out for a moment and then came right back on, so I'm guessing with that that caused some issues. Like silk in your ears, terrible. Okay, here we go. Um yes, so hello everyone. Yes, I did get some sleep, Sora, don't worry. Kyle, Toxent, SLB, Jay, Beardy, Greg, Cody, how's it going? Cheops, yeah. Enraged Postman, Warp Core, truly terrible. Minecraft Virus. Sora, thank you for the resub, 19 months in a row, greatly appreciate it. But what I was saying before I was, just completely muted there, which was a bit annoying. I did some terrible things this morning that I probably should have done a while back. I I made myself a set of tools for helping like simplify like the member list. So let me get my display capture up. So I didn't use this today, but I did set it up afterwards because I want to do a new format here. But my idea is, I've just got this thing. I asked the AI to make it. It's all local, and I basically just drop the files in, and it gives me the output. So let me grab the files here just to demonstrate. Let's do this, and there we go. Just automatically does that for me, and I get Patreon in there too. So the new way the member role will work at the end of videos is it'll be like it'll show per platform, so or per channel. So Patreon, Twitch, then YouTube CasualSAB, and then at the bottom is YouTube CasualSAB Shipyard. So I was terrible, and using the AI to create some tools to simplify some little task for me. Yeah, it's going well. Is that vibe coding? I guess it's not something I would share, especially this one here. This is one I was making like after I did that one. I was like, okay, I want to see how effective this could be. Like of taking the exports from TBC and TBC KDF, dumping into this, and I've got it set up like specifically for how TBC is set up with the promotions and all that. But to be able to go in here and say, okay, I want to find people who are over 30 days inactive, or I can even go in here and say over 14 days inactive. And go in and find them, and then just get the kick list per fleet. And it's also I did it for promotions also to tell me who is due for promotions, which will actually make things much simpler. And then there's also like alt rank syncing, so I can do this just to sync up stuff for people. Dan, how's it going? Lighthawk, how's it going? Kaz, you here for the meta? Oh no. Captain Rams. Yeah, you're okay with AI doing that kind of stuff? Yeah. I don't know. I could probably get this like rephrased in a way where it would work for like anyone's fleet on like PC, where you just go in, export the file, and dump it in here. But it's definitely like vibe coded stuff that you can't guarantee its functionality long term. What was my opinion on the AI YouTube thumbnail? Yeah, the AI thumbnails, like I saw some posted in Discord earlier, and it's so apparent, like when there's an AI thumbnail. Like they all look the same. Like once you've started to like look into them, like you get the style that they try to do, like that text style there. Like they all start to blend together and look the same. How do we know this is Spencer and not an AI facsimile created by his AI? I don't know. Like I think the AI couldn't render hair this messy. I need a haircut. But yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go through and let's do inactive kicking on TBC Fed here. Okay. So right now for TBC Fed, we have 466 people in there, and according to this, there are 23 characters on TBC Fed that have not been on in the past 30 days. So let's go in here and get them out. There we go. This is explicitly for characters that haven't been on in 30 plus days. The RAM to create a Spencer that realistic would cost as much as a house. You're not wrong. Okay, so that worked perfect. I can also do promotions, but if I do too many promotions in one go, it could crash things. Captain Spicy Pants, how's it going? I'm going to copy these. Let's open Notepad, and I'll do part of them at a time. If you do too many chat commands at once, it crashes things. So I'm not going to do all of them in one go. Instead, what I'll do is like half of them. 200 lines should be fine. Okay. Those went through. And if I get the rest of them here. Perfect. So everyone should now be at the rank that they are meant to be at in TBC. Beautiful. I did not accidentally promote anyone up to rank 5, 4, 5 or 6, or yeah, 5, 6, or 7 there. Reported for spam. Yeah, that worked perfectly. So promotions on Fed side are done. That is good. Now I need to go over to KDF and do the same. But for the first time ever, everyone is at basically the rank that they're supposed to be at in the fleet. So I'm going to start here on KDF by, what if I identify as a higher rank? Terrible. Okay, so same thing. Now I'm going to go back up here in active management, the Breakfast Club KDF, copy. Oh, poor Nicholas. Even one of my characters is going to get the boot here. That's what they get for being inactive. Beautiful. Australia Hadar was kicked from the fleet by CasualSAB. Terrible. There we go. We got a bit more room in the KDF fleet. Now, promotions. I should be able to do all those in one go here for KDF. So, copy. And let's go. Beautiful. Everyone in the fleet is now their correct rank. even if your main is active, you need to be active with alts too. Well, I mean, if you're the way that we have it set up in the fleet autism is you can reinvite your alt characters whenever, but I mean, if you haven't been on your alt character in 30 days, you know, or in even longer time, you know, you're not actively playing it. You can go back in and, you know, re-promote it or re-invite it, re-promote it when you invite it back in. But like we're not going to keep inactive characters in the fleet if there's, you know, a lot of activity going on. It just makes sense. Like even, you know, I just kicked one of my alts that I haven't been on in a month. Like if the character is not active right now, then it doesn't really matter if it's in the fleet or not. If I want it back in the fleet when it's, you know, when I'm playing it again, it's a matter of just sending it an invite back. And you can self-invite your own alts. That is something I wish more people knew. I've tried to convey it a lot. But like you can invite, like self-invite, self-promote your own alt characters in a fleet if the fleet's permission is structure is set up correctly. So I just kicked out a character, 8 of many. And if I type in guild invite 8 of many at Spencer B 96, and I put it in the brackets there. But if I do that, like I can. Okay, it's not showing up because it's that inactive. Okay, let me go over to it quick just to demo that. Okay, how far down on the list is 8? There it is. Oh yeah, when it takes longer to load too, that is the game's like got your character in storage. Yeah, inactive characters still take up room that can be given to another person. Exactly. Okay, so okay, that character's now back loaded into the game. Now let me resend the invite. A little bit of load time. Okay, so you saw the command I did, the, you know, slash guild invite. You can also just go right to the roster window and hit invite and type in your character's name. So you literally just go and do that. You just saw I invited my own character to the fleet, and when I go over to that character, I can accept, and then I can promote. Yeah. Makes you wonder why they even put a limit on fleet size, yeah. Oh, you type that, Kane? Yeah. It's just like it's one of those things that I wish was conveyed a bit better in the game, but it's also dependent on the fleet having that set up. But like I can now go back in on my other character now that I've accepted that invite, and you know, after bouncing back and forth a couple times, I can go in, go to the roster, and I can promote that character. If the permissions in the fleet are set up right, which they are for TBC. TBC has it so everyone can basically promote up to the rank that they're at. So now I go to roster and I find 8 of many. Here it is, and I can promote. Promote it up to the rank I want it. That be it. Singo. Rune, how's it going? Okay, plasma damage ground. I guess I have that new ground weapon I can use. Somehow you can't promote yourself. Oh, you know, I think I'm thinking of things from a PC perspective. I think I've heard that console players might not have the same access. Yeah, that might be a console specific issue. Okay. I've got the weapon on. Now I'm going to put the cool thing on for the 2-piece here. We don't have that access, yeah. Jeremiah, I have a bunch of messages. Hold on. Hillbilly Ager. Okay, I see. Ground DPS with the help of Wolf and Valerie. Nice. Congrats on the record there. I'm not really gonna be the most help when it comes to the ground side. I would say reach out to Nick. Nick really goes crazy about the ground stuff a bit there. Yeah, Nick is gonna be of much more assistance when it comes to ground meta stuff. I spam some terrible builds on ground. Speaking of which, it's time to get my daily done. So Brotherhood of the Sword, here we go. Oh, space. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions for space stuff, yeah, just shoot them over. Oh, you're fine. I thought I had camera shaking off. Controls off. Oh, gotcha. I don't, outside of the streams, I don't do too much like public TFO content. I do a lot of solos. Sometimes I'll do a few just to, you know, for like content purposes, but yeah, for the most part I do a lot of solos. Yeah, the camera shaking can be turned off. Okay, I will hit this and go to the other one. He hates people? No.
The heralds are activating a new set of devices. We need
That's toxic.
to the next area.
I'm probably not as social as some people would think. I don't. It depends on the day. There are some days where I just want to be, where I definitely just want to be alone.
The devices are resetting.
Okay.
Synchronize and try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Okay, looks like we got him this time.
The heralds are activating a new set of devices. Proceed to that location.
Casual party animal got it. On the social spectrum, I'm the type of person where, like, when Rona rolled around, like, it didn't really change much for me because I don't really go out, like, do a ton of social stuff. So it, like, being stuck home in front of the computer, like, didn't really, it didn't feel much different from normal. Howdy, folks. One of your least favorite ground missions. I seem a lot quieter than normal. I'm going to move the microphone closer. Is this better?
You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Yeah. Spud. Archmagos, how's it going?
The devices are resetting. Synchronize and try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices.
Audio quality took a huge boost from me moving this closer.
A herald leader is here. Stop
Good, good.
before it can break into the Great Hall. The
Still very quiet, including the game audio. I can boost the game audio up, like if you want it louder. Audio, I will turn it up to 20. Hopefully that is better for you. It went from you being in the room to you being in my thoughts. Did I get a chance to reboot SpencerBot.exe? I definitely need to get used to flying the Damocles a bit more and like the beam positioning. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the info, Zerg. Yeah, that lines up. It sounded like there not been any intentional changes made, from what I understand. So, did I not upload the HSC? Did I not? I don't remember. We we were doing a bunch of runs yesterday on stream, and um afterwards there were a couple more runs that happened, and I got a new record. Michi got a new record. Michi's actually got the top all-time non-Thaleron infected now at 8 million. So the current infected Space Elite DPS record is 8 million DPS, and like that's not fake. It's completely legitimate. It was 17 seconds. In fact, I can pull up Michi's run here. Hold on. Because the video is already posted. So let's get that up here. Let's skip briefing. So one big thing here is that the DPS runs at the top level, they are basically now 3-mans because the server performance cannot handle having more than 3 people in these sorts of runs. Like when we were doing some runs on stream yesterday, I hopped on to an alternate account with just Tachyon Netrons to see if me being in there as a 4th person would help. Unfortunately, in the Hive run, I felt like I was sitting in a chair in the corner. You know, that's how useful I felt. But yeah, the top end infected runs like this are 3-man. The support and the side nuke are in Suliban Silix, the fleet version of it. So, I mean, if you don't have the Silic and that's a ship you want to ever have on hand, I mean, that is included in the current 30% sale. Though, I do want to just say, because we have had so many people, like as soon as people heard that we were starting to do some of these runs again, we've had people coming out of the woodwork interested in doing, getting involved with these runs. And but we're probably not going to open that up near term, or probably any time in near future, for RNG specifically. It, when we're in a situation where we can only have 3 people in a run and we may have 5 or 6 people online, we're already oversaturated. So there's not really room to bring more people into that specific setting. But yeah, the current infected runs, are like a 3-man. So the DPS, support, and then side DPS that'll nuke the other side. There's not many people that can pull off the side DPS role. RNG's got most of them. Navy man. Oh no. I feel like with the audio that I'm being trolled. Some people are saying I need to turn it down. Some are saying it's still too quiet. Oh no. Okay. But yeah, here's the run. So let me turn, or actually I'll just make myself smaller here. There is no audio for this either. So the entire infected run was 19.6 seconds there. Um, that 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 was the entire infected elite. Again, keep in mind these sorts of high end runs. Um, they're not realistic for the vast majority of people. Trying to copy the exact builds used here will not do well for you in like a public setting. Um, Maybe noise canceling is making it sound like I'm in a box. Hmm. Um, we need to beat Corfez in 19 seconds. To be honest, Corfez sort of fell off as something people cared about. Sagan? Does that make you feel better, Capro? But yeah, the entire infected in 19 seconds, and the ship here that was used is the Damocles. Yeah, so the Damocles was used, which is not the most recent lockbox ship, but the one before. So the Damocles came out right around the time the summer event started, and it's basically, like I said, it's like a slightly improved version of the legendary Avenger. It's got as a frigate, it's got built-in raider flanking, and for Famicha here specifically, that meant being able to take advantage of the Mirador console. Benefiting from the flanking from both intel specialization and the raider flanking built into the ship. A pug run is drastically different than a supported coordinated run. Yes, Chadwick, and that's something that a lot of people definitely have not understood in the past. Those saying audio is fine aren't helping. If I open another YouTube video, it's much louder. I feel like I'm listening to my mic in my headset, and I feel like I'm about blowing out my ears. Yeah, Corfez spent so long being so broken that everyone stopped being able to care. The other thing with Corfez is, um, as soon as the bug was fixed with the Teray phase, like that Teray phase, introduced a challenge. But once that was fixed, the challenge was removed. So it's the thing with Corfez is, yeah, it just for high end play, for a lot of people it's still very challenging, but the reason it's not something you've seen myself, like Nick, going in spending a ton of time, doing on streams in recent times, is because after that fix happened, it just became another TFO that high end builds can easily blitz through. Record running demands an engineer. Yes, engineers are. We do want to have an engineer in these runs, and I believe the support in this run, Cheops, was on an engineer, to cast EPS on the DPSer. I will listen to the. I'm gonna listen to the stream here and see what it sounds like. Let me try boosting it more. Stream microphone. Properties, filters. Hold on. It's already at a 10 decibel gain. Um, yeah, okay. Let's get in game though now and do some actual content. The cryptic must be. Is it something in OBS bringing the level you broadcast low? You guys are getting the stream microphone, not the raw mic. So It should be louder for you. If not using torps, what would I use instead of Concentrate Firepower 3? You could do a Suppression Barrage 1 to increase your survivability. Is that why Cheops is yellow in chat? Terrible. Okay, the solo tables came along at just the right time for me. Don't run with anyone in stow, so I'd have no chance getting near the top of any tables. Solo running allows me to try, yeah. I think we're gonna see, a few more groups pop up, especially with it just being that you only need 3 people, like in the runs for this sort of stuff. But I think for like the really high end split runs, it's still gonna be very few doing those. I should do on stream private TFO for the members. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so let's see here. I already know, Sora, you want in. I know. Who else wants in for some TFOs here? Oh, yeah, Suppression Barrage 3. Then you could do Call Emergency Artillery 1. Pretora. Oh, there you are. Really wish you could change your at handle, yeah. I think that the only time I've heard of people changing their at handle in recent times was because it like had too much like personally identifiable information in it. Um I could probably do that on my end for mine, but I at this point it's already out there, and I don't really want to have a new at handle that has like a hashtag in it. Well, I mean, if we're doing these on stream, like 3-man is like for the record setting stuff, and I mean we like this is a TFO that can be soloed, so it's if we're doing this like on stream, it's to bring people in so that they can get parsed. Corfez got nerfed, yeah. Um. Okay, we got room for one more. Who wants in for, I guess, an infected to start things off here? You had to change mine and all your character names because you were getting stalked? Oh no. Samuel, that would be like some server issue right there. Darthon wants in, okay. I am currently just in the Damocles, the Narada. I was flying this around a bit this morning, trying to get some footage for the review put together. It was interesting. The places where this ship was dying is anywhere that there was feedback pulse. And it was the feedback pulse killing me. Okay, Dan. Okay, Linux, we'll get you in on the next one. We're gonna start off here with the infected. I assume everybody is ready. It was I was doing some of the Jupiter station patrol, and it was like against the Voth, where they all have the shields, so like that stopped, for some of the areas, but then the next area would pop up, and then I'd get hit by the reflection there. I also I was trying out complex on this build, and I found it just wasn't worth it. Um, for the runs that I was doing, and I think it was a combo of me killing things too fast and um, just the potency of stuff like the health are orders, now. So slow. I definitely have some nice buffs going on, courtesy of Darthon. I appreciate that. This is such a pig to handle. There we go. Yeah, complex with falls always felt terrible. Yeah, I was like getting like 30k deeps with it. It was like, oh, that's rough. Darthon, I appreciate the extra FP&A there. That was some big, beautiful numbers. Let's see what that came up as. Oh, something did some extra damage at the end. What did extra damage at the end there? But it finished at like right under 4. Net drone didn't deploy at first. Died so fast. Good team. Yeah. Thank you, Darthon. Check yours. Yep, can do. Hex is up front. Board cube. So your agony didn't do too much there. 91k that time. Dilithium did a little bit for you. Bird of praise. Let's see. What was your CSV uptime? You had quite a bit of CSV downtime there. That didn't help you at all. Yeah, just imagine if I'd use full broadside at the end. Yeah. We're going to swap over to... Let's go Damocles. Yeah, I mean, Fire at Will is the meta now for the vast majority of players. It's pretty undisputed at this point. CSV still has a lot of potency for especially like solo play and other like DPS situations, but for the vast majority of people, just do Fire at Will. Okay, who wants to drop out for the hive here? Okie dokie. Let's get Linux in. We all good to... Okay, we have room for one more. Room for one more. Oh yeah, I mean, sir, if you don't want to be in the hive, then yeah, if you want to step out, go for it. So we've got room for a few more for a hive onslaught elite. Who wants to join? Jeremiah, can you drop an X in the CasualSAB channel in game? Okay. There you go. Captain Rams. Don't see you online right now. Oh, there you are. We all good to go? I'm sorry, Chips. You're about to watch me blow up. Maybe I should put DPRM, or no, DPRM is on. Okay. I believe everyone here is good to go. Good. Here we go. So the Damocles, this is another Infinity Lockbox ship, but this is the platform that currently holds the top infected record of 8 million. It's a slightly improved Legendary Avenger, and it's a nice little ship. Michi has his looking fully like the Crossfield, though. Yeah, Zerg, the micro missile spam, like, that enables is really crazy. Michi has style. Yeah, I mean, the Ariori is another really good Merc Worker Intel platform that, yes, has the HSE record. The Narada is massive. It's right around the same size as the Brainiac Thought, so it's not too egregious. Universal Designs is still a very popular trait. It's still widely used. It's just like, if you're thinking about it from your event campaign, you know, always keep in mind, if you do a lot of characters, that you can get it account wide via the Disco, or not Disco Inferno. There's a what is it? Masters of Science. But there basically there is a bundle that has it account wide now if you want it. I'm blanking on which one. I think it's Masters of Science.
You will find clarity. You will have strength of purpose.
What too high? I'm gonna die. There we go.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
How much did I pay for them to set a record in the Damocles, and how many do I currently have on the exchange? Terrible. Is the bird boat worth getting over the other options? Cheops really likes it. Cheops, I think Cheops is pretty well set on the Ariori being like the top platform.
I am perfection. I am.
Yeah, another thing too is with the full beam rate setups is like just full phaser seems to be the thing that Michi and Cheops are having really good results with. Michi's record I know is full phaser, and Cheops, I'm pretty sure your hive was it full phaser or was it rainbow? Okay, yeah, it's because the full phaser to boost up, so you can use phaser isomags to boost up the accessories off of the Corolla. Yeah, I haven't shown that record up on stream yet. Let me load into this map so my cooldowns are ticking down. What ship would I recommend? Event 6 box and can't seem to decide which ship to have, not into DPS consoles. Then yeah, I'd say with an older box like that, if you want to grab the crossfield refit from it, then yeah. Andy, how's it going? Or wait, no, that was a different. I'm sorry, wait. Real. I got you mixed up with S1 there about the the crossfield. You have an event 6 box and can't seem to decide what ship to get. Let me see what options are in that. STO wiki. Event campaign. You said 6. You're into Space Barbie and colorful console effects like Black Hole and Genesis Seed. I mean, if you're not into like the DPS stuff too much, but if, I mean, you're into that science play style a little bit, the Dauntless 2, the trade on that was buffed up recently, and that does have a Torp console on it. It's not the most effective Torp console, but it does have like a neat visual effect, and I can actually show you that here. The JDMA. J. Is this it? Yeah. Let me show the JDMA launch cells here. Let me go into just a patrol here real quick. With all these new records being set, I'm noticing they didn't use hexes or type 7s correct. With pets, I mean the pets on the Silix were still type 7s, but yeah, because the meta for that stuff right now is being broadsiding, it's fire at will. But let me show JDMA in action here.
Enemy ships warping in near projection station Alpha. We have multiple openings. Start is under attack.
So that is the console off the Dauntless 2 there. So if you want that style of torpedo effect that can go off every 2 minutes, I mean, that's what that does. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's a cool visual if you like that. I realized I am on like the setup for Infected where I don't even have Voven on right now. Oh no. I don't have Voven or Uncon on. Because this was like for the ISCs. But yeah, let me show the parses. Okay, so you Linux, you want to know about the Hive there. How's the dual set Omni impacting some high DPS builds? I mean, it's basically let us do like the Trilithium or the Gamma Omni. We're playing around with the Tetrion Omni, but the Tholian Tetrion Omni, but it's a bit busted, so we've stopped using it. Analysis Linux. Let's see. Bird of Prey Alpha 79k. Bird of Prey Beta 35. Good to see. You're in a situation where it looks like you got really screwed over by your fire at will uptime. So the purple here is your non-fire at will, and the red is your fire at will. So your fire at will had just really bad uptime in that run. I don't know if that was a misfire or what, but that really screwed you over. Valdor. The Valdor is only really needed for survivability in certain situations. It's not universally needed. Oh, and I was going to show Michi's parse. So let's go League. And Infected. Okay, here is the run from the one and only Michi. So 8,193,000 DPS. I'll show both of them, Chiaps, okay? So here's Michi's. You can see the phaser beam array, fire at will 3, 2.6 million. Then, you know, Terror and Task Force down there at 476. Broadside beam support. So this is the trade-off of the Kerala. In this run, it did 1.4 million DPS. The lithium lace weaponry, and I think that was just 2 activations. So Michi and then the support. That was 1.2 million DPS. The full broadside console was another 493k. Mycelial lightning from the Disco 3 piece was 489. You know, these sort of setups, they do a lot of really specialized things, and you know but these are set up specifically for this high burst coordinated environment, and there's a lot of things that you would see on normal builds that these builds don't need, like survivability, and that allows them to really get just crazy numbers in that environment. Dan, thank you for the super chat and the bits. Now let's look at Cheops run. So Cheops here has 9.3 million. 9.3 million in Hive Onslaught Elite. Yeah. 3-piece, well, Michi had the Disco 3-piece on right there. It did like about 500,000 deeps. And then for the Hive run, the time for this Hive was 17 seconds. Or, yeah, 17.1 seconds combat time. For Cheops, overall combat time was 19 seconds. But you can see here, of the 9.3 million, that was about 2.8 million from the phaser beams with Fall 3. Broadside beam support, 2 million. The lithium lace weaponry, that's the console off the Credence. That was 1.2 million, and that wasn't even full 100% crit chance on that one. That's rough. DOC did well. Yeah. Should I get the adapted battlecruiser with Lobi? If you have EC, I would try to get it with EC. Because the you know what is that on the exchange right now? Dan, again, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I think we're gonna see over 10 million in Hive Elite very soon. Like the potential at that really high performance level is really just quite crazy right now. Also, Cheops, I did see a message. I did not go in and approve my run yet, because I know for one of them I didn't have like a VOD uploaded because one of them was off stream. But let's see, adapted. Yeah, I mean the adapted battlecruiser is 210 mil right now. Like, I would spend like the 15-ish bucks worth of keys that is, and just get it, you know, with EC before I would burn 720 Lobi on it. You know, especially as we're seeing them start to release more Lobi items, like don't burn your Lobi on things that you can buy on the exchange. Just use EC. Yeah, for me too, that's another thing is sometimes, even though I've got like runs that are that would put me higher on the table, I don't always upload them. It's like I want to wait till I have a better number, you know? Like I've got a 4.1 that I could drop on the table for infected solo right now. But that was also with the Tetrion Omni, so I don't want to do that. Nick crashed the Echelon market. Terrible. What are some DOFs at right now? 24 is, oof. What's 26 at? 27. Inspirational leader. I mean, if the price of inspirational leader is high, it's because someone's trying to take advantage of like some older build guides out there. Oh no, it's cheap, 25. Okay. Skylar, thank you for the 2. Hope everything is going well for you over there. What would be some other good phaser beam rays? So the top phaser beams right now, number 1, the Terran Task Force phaser. Number 2, the narrow angle off the Connie 3. Those 3 right there, the Terran and the 2 narrow angle phaser, those are the top 3 phasers in the game. Then after that, you know, it's pretty much whatever. I know for Michi's run, he was doing sensor linked, but like it's just whatever you have. Is the Echelon worth buying for anything? It's got a console on it that can give you and teammates 15% crit chance, which isn't as valuable with all the other crit chance stuff we've gotten recently, but it's still good. Yeah, but I mean, I don't remember the last time I used Inspirational Leader. I guess for someone that's newer, then yeah, that's a decent budget trait. But I sense some market dumping right there. Inhibiting Omni is decent, yeah. Michi's got class. You know, Michi's gonna make me go over to, I think SOB has... What's the smallest Federation T6? It's probably the Grawl is incredibly small. The Grawl is really, really small. Radiolytic lie to you. Radiolytic and Agony both have procs on them and tooltips that just straight up are lying to you. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but they're also not as good as people think they are. Yeah, the Eagle is tiny. But yeah, I feel like the Grawl is probably it. The Grawl is incredibly small. To ground I go to see if I still have my sensor link beams on this character. Okay. Nothing right there. Let's go here. Tragic. I know I've got a sensor linked Omni. It's just a matter of where is it? It's going to be on like some random storage character. Actually, let me go back to casual and make sure it's not sitting right there. Who's the biggest purveyor of lies? A radiolytic beam ray or CasualSAB? William, weapon procs basically don't matter. It was literally right on casual. So I've got a sensor linked Omni right here ready to go. You see that there, Michi? I got it. Yeah, so this is the setup Michi was running there on the Damocles. Beautiful. The one and only MDD. I do have a video going over the best space traits from like a year or so back. That's got a lot of them, but a newer one that you might want to look at from that is Breen Shield Tunneling. That is a really, really good trait. But yeah, this is what Michi was running for that 8 mil infected. Again, do not copy this one for one because it's for that specialized environment. Um, yeah, doffs are expected 26, 27, 31. Look at that big, beautiful bridge officer layout right there. Science team, terrible. Where is that sensor linked from? Like the probably off the exchange. I mean, it's from the old like disco weapon packs, right? They're really bad drop rate. You're gonna copy it and fail miserably. Um, does the Quajon not count as a Federation ship? I completely forgot about it, but I don't think that's like a pure Federation ship. Like that's you know, to me that would still be classified as like an alien ship. Like when I'm thinking like smallest Federation, yeah, yeah, that's definitely like alien. Nice. I now need to find sensor linked beam arrays, which I've got. I should have looked in my account bank there, but I'll look on SOB here. Yeah, discovery lockbox. Yeah. I already looked there. Let's go here. So this, okay, this just had sensor linked dual cannons. Let's go. I have a feeling that it's going to be on like EF Hutton. Let's go look there. I do have some sensor linked here, but they're disruptors. Okay, and I never looked at my account bank. No. There's dual beam banks, not the beam arrays. I've definitely got them. It's just a matter of finding where on the account they are. Let's go through a couple other characters. The fun adventures of where does Spencer have stuff hidden today? I mean, there's some non-upgraded. There's a few. Do I have any tossed on like random ships? Nope. Pretora, see you around. I wish I had a way to just look at like all the characters on my account, like just to find where an item is. That would help. You ain't spending on sensor linked? Cheops. You're not supporting the market very well with that attitude. Oh look, there's 20 Infinity Weapon packs there, another 16 here. I'm gonna save those for a rainy day. Nah, it's Cheops needs 3 sensor linked. IO Cheops. IO Cheops. So what I'm gonna do here, let's go back to this character. Are you talking for like Lullinut favors? That should have changed. That should work for you. There you go, Cheops. Phaser Isomags are 13.5 mil on the exchange. Those have always been like the most expensive, so Not really surprising. But yeah, I mean, when I slide to the right, it only goes to 999. I have not encountered that issue, so I don't know. Ah, Cheops. What are we gonna do with you, Cheops? Sensor linked have a small stat buff on them. It's very small. But it's a guaranteed stat buff versus some of the other stuff, so... You know, Top Fleet might have it. Debating on picking up the World Razor for the event campaign, but knowing your luck, it'll be in the next Muds bundle. I mean, I'll be honest, Mario. You could be the one to make the sacrifice and summon it. But I would say if you're concerned with that, I mean, we're probably... I feel like this Muds bundle that we have right now is a bit of a dud. So I feel like we're probably not that far out from the next Muds bundle. Like, you've went this long without having, you know, that ship. So it's not going to hurt you to wait another, you know, month or two to see what the next bundle has if you're concerned about that. And we got to remember, too, there is, you know, in September, there is like that Star Trek Day stuff going on. So we don't know what all they're going to do in that regard. And how long has it been since this Muds bundle? Actually, it would be easier to look at here. Stow news in channel. In Stow news. Mud. Let's see. So, Carry On My Dreadful was almost 2 months ago. And then the bundle before that, I'm gonna be real. We're probably getting a new Muds bundle in September. If you look at this. So the Picard Engineering bundle dropped May 10th. And then 2 months later we had, like, yeah, right around 2 months later we had Carry On My Dreadful. And Carry On My Dreadful sort of sucked, so I could see them wanting to, you know, shift to a bundle that is maybe a bit more enticing. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I would hold out. Just wait to see what they do. Okay, I was gonna look here for beams. What do I have here? Oh, there they are. Beautiful. Look at all these beautiful sensor-linked beams right here. Already all nice and upgraded for me. Beautiful. But yeah, the sensor linked, they have +5 starship defense maneuvering and weapon amplification. So each of these sensor linked sensor linked weapons you put on is +5 weapon amplification. And what is that again? That is weapon amplification. Each point of that is 0.4. Yeah, so that's 2% crit severity per sensor linked weapon. Now I need to go and get those into my bank. We should also, you know, speaking of Muds, we should be getting a new Muds update soon, and I have got money on the Ilios probably being part of the update. So if you missed the Ilios, like, it should be about time. I think we'll probably see. It would not surprise me at all if we see the Ilios in Muds before the end of this month. Speaking of MUDs, a friend of mine was asking about the bundle with the Mere Warship, Master of Tactics. That'll probably... We honestly might not see another full MUDs bundle sale until Black Friday. I would love to see, another MUDs bundle sale pop up, but it might legitimately be a while. Bacon, it's just a simple login for the fleet stuff. Yeah, some of us were already grandmasters of social distancing. Yeah, it's too expensive to go out and do stuff anyways nowadays. So let's see here. There we go. You got an epic toke? Cheops, congrats. But yeah, Thumper, I do have a lot of stuff in the banks. I store a lot of things. I'm a bit of a hoarder in game and perhaps a little bit IRL, unfortunately, right now. But yeah, congrats, Chiaps, on the token. Let me see here. Let's go to this character for a moment. Yeah, 15 epics, I know. We need more things to do with them. Okay. I just had a feeling this character might have had some more weapons, but no. Maybe in the account bank, but it's fine for now. Let's go back to casual. Yeah. There be the sensor linked. So I only need 3, but I'll just pull all of them out here. Sora, that's a bit of a whale moment right there. I mean, I've heard of a lot of people doing the, spam bar with both of them, and I think with the fall changes, that's a bit more easy to do. Mav, I'd say if your torpedo fires fast enough, then you're fine. What's worthy of burning epic tokens? Nothing really. The issue is epic tokens. Look at that lag spike there. Yeah, epic tokens. They need more. Oh, no, server. Can I get to the exchange? The game is trying to prevent market manipulation. Me no like. Generational lag, yes. Literally. Yeah, I've got a few epic tokens. I'm getting off DS9. That is terrible. I can properly market manipulate from other maps. Okay, get me back to new ROM. But yeah, I mean, the issue with epic tokens is there's just not much there for people that were around for all the events. Like I've got the Benton Assault Cruiser, and do I really not have the store? I thought I had the store. Also, don't forget the Herald bundle is still available in the store for a little bit. Why not Drozana? Look, what happens on Drozana is not safe for stream. Let's go back to the Narada also. Beautiful. I mean, look at the Narada here. It's like it's larger than so many of these ships combined. I mean, ESD zone chat's bad, but with Drozana, you're getting some like erotic role playing going on over there. You know, TLDR on the Herald bundle. You know, $7 if you want this stuff and you've not had it before, then it's fine. Self-modulating fire, I guess, has a bit more relevance in the meta right now than I was talking about the other day. The weapons from that, like if you want, you know, a set of the Herald weapons, if you don't already have them, then that's there for you, and you can buy this bundle multiple times if you want. You missed the old Drozana. He's afraid of the table dancers. Oh no. But yeah, I mean the Herald bundle, if you want it for $7, you know, if you want to get a set of those weapons, the traits, like it's not bad. You got assaulted there, jeez. I'm gonna go back down to ground. Drozana on console, but a lot of I'm gonna sound like a dick or negative, you know, about console, but there's so few players on console compared to PC that a lot of things would be dead. Like, I'm not saying the console version's like, you know, entirely dead or anything. I'm just saying that there's not enough people on over there to have, as you know, activity on all these different maps compared to PC. Like, I don't know, pick a map right now, Confederation. Pick a map and I'll do a comparison for how many people are there. You just tell me a map. Tell me a map and I will go. Tell me a map and how many instances, how many people are in it right now, and I will get the equivalent for PC. Defara? Well, let's see what Confederation has to say there. Yeah, I mean, self-modulating fire is not a bad trait. I found out Cheops here has been using it for some of his stuff, and it's like, damn it, Cheops, making me put that back on. Delta Quadrant Command, DS9. I'll do both. Okay, I'll do. We'll start here with DS9 because I always have a character over there. The character is literally called a market manipulator. How many people are on DS9 right now over there, Confederation? Bacon is really far behind. Thank you, Bacon. Okay. Any thoughts on Strange New Worlds' potential impact on planet maps? Yeah, I think it's introduced some interesting ideas. I haven't watched the most recent Strange New Worlds episode. I got it the other day, but I haven't watched it yet. I will say though, I did watch the new Silo episode, and I love that show. Why hasn't the Market Manipulator got its own private instance of DS9? Terrible. Okay, well, I don't know how many are on console right now, but there are 6 total instances of DS9 active right now on PC. And right here, we've got 34 plus 30 plus 1 plus 35 plus 35 plus 34. There's 169 people across 6 instances of DS9 right now on PC. What was the next map? Delta Quadrant Command. I've got a character right next to that. There'll be people here. There's always people. I don't even need to actually go there. But Admiral Kane's right there. Yeah, Silo. I know that there's books, that go over it and stuff, but that's been a great show. I'd say right now, like each week, that is the show I'm most looking forward to seeing the next episode of. 27. You're fine, Confederation. Okay, there was also a request to see like how many are on Delta Quadrant Command. And the answer is 1 instance of 8 people. Three Body Problem. I have watched the first season, and that episode with the ship going through the canal there, that was wild. That was such a trippy episode. Yeah, Silo. It's on Apple TV. It's based on there's a series of books it's based on. Silo, was it Wool, and I forget the other. I have not read the books, but I understand the plot line that's going on. What is the best ground map for Harvest Matt's Endeavor? I don't really bother with those. I almost honestly, I pretty much always re-roll those. Sphere event. Well, it's for. Yeah, there you go. Console desperately needs crossplay. Yeah. What was the other map that was mentioned? Which quadrant? Let's see here. This character's probably in a. No, it's on a new car right now. That's a new ROM command right now. Hold on. I'm just trying to find what character is beta. There we go. Yeah, first episode from Soul Knight. There you go. Yeah, okay, so Beta Quadrant on PC right now. I'm pretty sure that's more than, yeah. So 22 times 6 plus 21 plus 8 plus 11 plus 19 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21 plus 18 plus 21. So 290 in the Beta Quadrant on PC. So there's the numbers for that if you want to compare to console. You're on ESD right now, and if I go to ESD on PC, I think if they, at a minimum for console players, if they could find a way to let Xbox and PlayStation talk to each other, and start playing to each other, that would be a great boost there. The best thing overall would be if they could make it so all platforms could play together, but yeah. So ESD, there you go. Let's get those numbers. So 35 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 8. Now one of them only has 33 there. Then plus 11, 34, 32. There we go. Yeah, so 110 on ESD over on Xbox, and what was it on PlayStation? It was just mentioned just over 100. Okay. Yeah. I still have to get my stuff done here. And you know what? There was a mention before of Defara. I don't remember the last time I was at Defara. I'm going to go over there, take out some Borg, and get my plasma damage done. Let's go DS9. Yeah, I mean, Apple TV's had a few good shows. Silo, For All Mankind, Foundation. Invasion was also... Invasion was probably the weakest of the bunch. Like, Invasion I felt like was a bit of a hate watch. Because it was like it's an interesting concept, but the story sucks. like, like it just was like, man. Murderbot is good too. Yeah. Man, this is a map I have not seen in a while. Beam down to the Defara invasion zone. Let's see. I can't imagine there's that many people here. Okay, how many do we have? There's 6 people. This used to be such an active area, and now it's very, very quiet. Oh yeah, Pluribus. I have not watched Severance yet. I've got it. I just haven't watched it. Widow's Bay, yeah. Yeah, this is the new pistol, and again, the as I covered in the news video, this is a copy paste of the repeater pistol that you can go and get from the vendors on like New ROM Command, the ROM Flotilla, and it's apparently also available for all factions over at the Voth Battle Zone, or the something in the Dyson Sphere or something is what I was seeing. So I haven't looked into that too much, but I did see that in the Reddit thread. It's basically just a reskinned of that weapon. Yeah, this used to be such a popular map, especially in the early days of the Endeavor system. I think this map could still be really popular if if they went in and redid this. I think it would be a popular ground battle zone. If there was like some more rewards for participating, if it was a bit more challenging, I think it'd be nice. Okay, that got me a perk point. Oh, I get to finish one. We get to finish another track today. Shield regeneration. This is the last time I will ever have to pick this. Here we go. I now only have a handful of space tracks left, and then ground. Yep. I'm getting closer and closer. I have not done any DSCs honestly since the Endeavor week. Yeah, Defara was the end game for a long time. Yeah. I really wish like I think it would be good for them to go in, do a a touch up on the old ground Borg TFOs, like give us infected Kidmer, cure elites, and do like a revamp to those to bring them up to modern standards. But go in, revamp those, give us higher difficulty, and then do some work on Defara. Like I think that as an update would be really good. Yeah, I mean in general battle zones need help, but yeah, Defara, the Dyson one's not as bad. I mean there's some, obviously, some balance issues there with the dinosaurs and people insta killing them, but I think the dinosaur stuff could be that issue could be reduced by them simply giving a button as soon as the dinosaurs are about to spawn in, like making it so there's like a timer, and making it so you could just instantly teleport to the area. Like just give an instant teleport over to the dinosaurs and make there be a bit more of a delay. And just to troll, give them like some resistance against like ball lightning. Have it repurposed to a single player mission series as well as TFOs, yeah. The pink vanity for me just really pops off on the Nerada. Let me put the while we're here in the Starker environment. Visuals. Where's my Tron one here? Lucari. All the lighting there does look really cool. And then the Lucari Rep Vanity. It's a bit more of a purple color. I wish the rest of the ship was a bit darker though. Yeah, the pink I think it looks the best. I agree. Like I know that we're all primarily space focused, but I would totally be down for like a ground revamp remaster to that old Borg ground content. Like that is stuff that I feel like would also be good to help, bring back some of those older players from the early days of the game. Imagine watching this through your telescope. You know what's been the most disappointing thing about this ship is the lance. The Juggernaut lance on this thing, the high energy plasma drill lance, it sucks. Like it is one of the weakest lances that I can recall using. Like it is so disappointing. I mean, the ship itself is good, but that damn lance it may as well not be there, and you may as well treat it as if it's not there. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Yeah. Does the Borg rep items that add Borg parts look good on that ship, or does it not go well together? Let me do the full Borg lineup on this. So, you're talking about like a simulated module. Where's Asmod at? right there. I mean, it looks fine. It's just, it's not quite Borg enough, you know? Like, it's a little bit of a green effect there. But it's so low texture. Like, the texture quality is just so low. It's a bit rough. The engine also doesn't really do much for the engine. Yeah, it looks menacing but does not pop. Yeah. Yep. I haven't looked at Bozeman Titans on this yet. Nah, the Bozeman Titans don't really do it for me on this one. Oh, I just put a phaser. Terrible. Plasma. Riemann? Yep, I can do Riemann. You can really see all the spikes with Riemann. Looks like some of the lighting is not lined up right there. Or is that just how that effect is? That's just how that effect is. Okay. Alliance. I don't have the Vulcan one. At least I don't think I do. No. I don't have Herc. Okay. Let's do another TFO. I don't think we're in a TFO group anymore. Let's just do a public queue. Let me get the parser back up here. Let's do another Infected the Conduit Elite. Yeah, there is a medical Vandy. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think it really looks that good most of the time, but yeah, here is the medical Vandy, and let me get some better lighting. Yeah, that to me just doesn't really look that good. Let's see. Do I have any other good ones here? Ethereum I haven't shown yet. Ugh. Not quite for me. Let's get that beautiful pink back on. There we go. Almost looks like a tool used for bloodletting in the 18th century. Yeah. I will say the Narada, it's a good ship. It's I will say, for me, it's been one of the funner lockbox ships that I've used in a while. Um, Performance wise, it's a really good performer. It's I have to say, it's not the absolute top option you can get from Infinity, but it is a really good option. Um, the console outfit I think is good. The trait I think is a bit overhyped. It's not bad, but it's also it's not as great as people think it is. It's funner. Yeah, yeah. It's fun.
The situation mission is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have
Cheops, I appreciate you. What would we do without the Cheops?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Target shield activated. Rear shield failing.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers.
Definitely a little bit of a pig to handle, I will say. Across.
Rear shield failing.
Okay. Thank you, Cheops, for the boost. Big deeps.
Sensors confirm that the
Let's see the numbers here. It was a little bit laggier than the one earlier, I will say. Oh, and that was with me on Plasma too. Not exactly the most ideal setup for this, but it worked. You can't. So that blue lightning effect that you saw me use there, that was because Cheops used the console off the friendship on me. That is not a thing that you can use on yourself. You have to have someone else in the run that uses that on you. Dan, you're fine. You're fine. It was interesting right there. Yeah, it's the console off the friendship that you cannot use on yourself. Someone else has to cast it on you. Yeah, the friendship console requires you to have a friend. It seems legit, yes. Yeah. It's always so funny seeing ships that look like they should fly like bricks just gliding along at breakneck speeds, yes. So I'm looking at something here in Discord. I was just looking over and I saw Stowe Builds had the Autobot flag something, but it was someone trying to get around saying the F word. And it just flagged it. There we go. Sensitive auto mod. It was funny, that this is just a random thing here, but we had the automod in the discords has been set up to block any crypto references for a while, and poor Dilla went in and commented on one of the things that was detected and automatically flagged by the bot, and I had forgot to set it so that the spam rule would not trigger for moderators, but poor Dilla was the one to show me that I'd missed configuring that. Poor Dilla. Okay. What TFO do you guys want to see next? We already have done breach on this, so not a breach. Ripped anyone who wants to talk about their cryptography hobby. Terrible. Any TFO request here? Let's go Hive. Okay. Public queue Hive Onslaught Elite. Here we go. That was fast. Let's see. I mean, I see a Cheops in here. Get me the manager. The pink shield was from a charity thing that they did many years ago. Unfortunately, there's not currently a way to get it. I would love to see it return, though. I think a lot of people would pick that up right now if they could.
Accept the gift of assimilation.
There we go.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this.
I was not expecting that to go that fast.
Claim
But there we go. Big numbers. That was just a random 20-second Hive Elite right there on stream. You know, 3.6 for you. Dilithium was popping off. That fire at will. Geops, thank you, thank you. Look at that. Big, beautiful numbers right there. Trying to disable all the shields, like, okay, I need to be fast, yeah. And this is like, this is sort of a theme build on the ship here. There's ways to squeeze more DPS out of the Nerado.
valuable.
Like if I was to cave and do full phaser, that would do more right now. Because the phaser buffs, like using phaser ice max, is going to boost up the Kerala accessories more, which do all the damage. Also, Cheops, yeah, I hadn't uploaded my Hive yet. I will at some point. That was a Borg TFO though, right there. Can you believe there was a time where that used to be like the ultimate challenge? Did the Tholian set bug get patched yet? No. We only really only popped back into attention in the past couple days. Okay. Let's go Cure Found. Let's do a Cure Found. Not done one of those in a little bit. I see two mirror angles. One of them is Kanoid, the other Sora, and then I see Naughty and beautiful. I'm gonna go left because I'm never right. There we go. And Borg Raptor, get closer. Just absolutely dumpstered them out there. There we go. Beautiful. You know, at what point do you think the Borg would assess their situation is not going well and just leave us alone? How much more can the Borg take? Okay. Let's do something that's not in the Omega tab. To hell with honor. To hell with honor elite. Here we go. How's the Narada playing out? It's a really fun ship. It's a really fun ship. It's not promo, it's lockbox. They changed it from promo to lockbox, but I think it's a really fun ship, really good. It's a very solid performer. Yeah. I think if it's a ship that you've been wanting and you want to do an engine weapon build on it, you're gonna have a good time. Starbase 1 Borg version. I don't really do Starbase 1 too much because I don't know. I find I'm gonna be the odd person out and say that I sort of find Starbase 1 boring. Got my Damocles for 830 million EC, but then I kept saying it was good. Now you can't get another free other tunes for less than 1.3. I'm sorry. I mean, we can do a Starbase 1 though if you want. After this. Yeah, breast cancer awareness. Okay. When will CasualSAB actually make casual content? I'm getting really bored of all this DPS. It's all DPS. It's just a matter of how much DPS. Do you want 30k DPS? What? There's people promoting Gold Song and NOP. Oh, is it the same thing again? Let's see here. Let's go NOP.
Heed my call to battle. A House Mokai fleet has assembled at the Beta Lancall shipyards.
Yeah.
Destroy the treacherous curve.
Have I been skewed? No, I have not. I've not. I've been bad. Spencer is angry. It's that it's not his gold selling being advertised.
Go to Shipyard Alpha. Destroy the Mokai vessel.
I legitimately, like, I know people say, you know, repeatedly, like, you know, joke about me being a gold seller, but I promise you guys I'm not.
Of deuterium in the morning.
I think I was positioned just a little bit too... Yeah, I was too close there. Okay. I was really too close. Epic creator code CasualSAB, yeah. Epic creator code CasualSAB is what I promote, yeah. I can't fly this thing like I would my normal ships. It's still a little bit getting used to that, you know.
That was the last vessel in Shipyard Gamma.
Wait, did I miss that one? I don't think I did. Okay. Okay, it's just Delta here.
Shipyard Delta is now clear of Mokai vessel.
I can demonstrate it, but it's not really going to be noticeable. It legitimately sucks. It is horrible. Here we go. That beam right there, that was it. Like, it legitimately is one of the weaker, like, built-in Juggernaut Razor Lances we have in the game. Like, you just don't notice it.
Increase power and fire the weapon again.
Yeah, it's by far, like, the weakest part of the ship. Like, here we go again. I'm gonna use it. That right there, that's it. It also, it goes in, it starts from in front of the ship. Yeah, I'll do it again. See, it's going off like the front shield of the ship instead of the ship there. Go. Yeah, it's really disappointing. Sent me something, okay. Spencer doesn't sell gold. He does do market manipulation, however. Terrible. Zora, I appreciate you. Let me go over. Let me get my marks here first. Yeah. Let's do Carl Sagan. But, you know, there's also there was a request for me to do some really casual content, so I mean, I can do some casual content. Let's grab those keys here. Okay, I believe Fleet Sport Doff Pack, 35k Holo Novel Reinforcement, 1 left. Come on, game. Research R&D pack. I appreciate it. Sora, thank you for the gamble. Let's get back to DS9 here. I'm really far out. Oh, I'm like, how far out am I? It's literally right behind me. I need to put my event campaign box in my bank here because I actually found that I might end up using it. I found a potential use case. I might end up using it for my engineer. Actually, I want to see here. I haven't looked at the full roster of ships that I have on my engineer yet. Let's get off Nukara. Yeah, it's going to be CSV or Firewheel. Yeah, go for it, Sora. Okay, let's get back to New ROM. But yeah, simple build ideas for beginner ship leveling. I mean, the most effective way, like the most budget effective way to like make a really powerful budget build is going to be CSV because you can get the CSV trait free from the Klingon event each year. You know, just having that focus damage output is just, it's really powerful at low levels. It's just that there's that piloting requirement that might make it a bit harder for someone that's newer to the game. But like if you go through with a CSV build, even like fully free to play, you're just gonna plow through the content, especially if you're keeping like a constant rotation of your abilities. Like it does really well. I think is that not what I did for the free to play when I was doing the leveling or like the story playthrough, or did I do Beam Overload right off the bat? What does this character have? A bunch of random crap. Okay. Oh, I do have ship slots for it though. Yeah, give me them ship slots. Okay. To the shuttle bay. This character's got a harmony. I completely forgot about that. It's got a strike. Bringing out thought. Okay. Do I have a friendship on it? Yeah. Or does the CSV from ETM benefit from Withering Barrage? I don't think so. It's been a while since I looked into that though, but I could go up and test that here real quick. So this has a Credence, a World Razor. It just needs a friendship. That's probably going to be my event campaign pick then for this year. Get a friendship on this character. Or Connie 3. Man. Choices. I'm going to wait to see what the next Muds bundle has before I burn my box. Yeah. Well, not casual specifically got a lot of investment in the past year. Because I wanted to get an engineer character basically up to parity with my tack. So I have a Psy and Inge that, at least for, you know, like the the crate meta are up to parity. But Isocon's gonna require a bit more investment. I think my Sai actually has a breeding out thought too. I'm sounding like a bit of a whale here. Let's go DS9. A bit. Yeah. I like seeing all these big ships floating around, living vicariously through me. Okay, let's see. Did I get a... I did get a Breen, yeah, thought for this character. And a Cathsar, oh man. Does it have a harmony on it? I think it does. It's got a friendship. It does have harmony that is in the dry dock. Okay. Okay. I want the electric wave console in MUDs. Yeah. I mean, if they ever give us a... Well, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When they give us Connie 3 in a MUDs bundle, I'm definitely like... That'll be an immediate pickup for me. Because I want to get... Yeah, the wave console off, that's cool. But it's the beams. Especially as we see the Fire at Will like coming back in as like the top option for a lot of meta stuff right now. Like those are two of the best phaser beams in the game, and phaser is the top performer because of all the synergy right now. You know, there was a I mentioned before of doing Defense of Starbase 1, and I guess that is like that is an option for my daily on console for the Cavort. Any tech upgrades on calendar? I mean, if you're on console, there's an upgrade event right now. I do not have game sound on console, so just be aware of that. Defense of Starbase 1. Let's get this done fast. Yeah, not that I'm aware of for PC. But we had one just a couple weeks ago, right? So... Tachi, I just saw your DM. It it will upload. Yeah, there you go. You have uploaded. There you go. Grats on the record. Did I accept that invite or that pop? Okay, it's loading. Kind of snuck up on us. Yeah. Yep. I can turn the sound on here. Might be a little bit delayed. Let's see.
Listen up. The war has not been going well.
Okay, it's not that delayed.
Here they come.
Here we go. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago on PC. That looks fine, but I would say, Sora, looking at the build, I would almost say swap off the mirror angle, because if you're doing the broadsiding stuff, like the point of the mirror angle is to benefit from the hexes, so you're not going to be forward facing in a broadside setup. Also, I think my game is much louder than the microphone. If it is, please let me know, and I can turn it down. At least it sounded that way to me right there. It's the Corolla accessories. Okay, I'm turning down the game volume much more. Okay, is this better? You guys probably can barely hear the game now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's full broadside and broadside support. They're so powerful. Like when they are used right, like when you're positioning right and everything, it is just crazy how good they are. The mic has been quiet the whole stream for you. Mic just went a little bit soft. Okay. Yeah, based on what people are saying, I'm probably gonna, like, I like this mic a lot more for recording, but there's been a lot of feedback like that it's hard to hear compared to the old one when I'm on the streams. So I might just pull the old one back out for when I'm doing streams. No difference at all? Like when I'm looking at my audio here, let me pull up OBS's sound control. Like I should be louder for you guys. I can give it more gain. That's another 4 dB versus before. That's 13 decibels of gain for the stream. Okay. What's the duty officer config on broadside arrays? It's the exact same as like CSV. It's like 26, 27, 31, and then emergency con hologram, a battery quartermaster, and then like a crit sav EWO. Yeah, this should be a lot louder now. Yeah, this is 13 decibels a gain for the stream mic. Okay. Well, I'd swapped microphones about 2 weeks ago. I was using the SM7B for a while, but I picked up an Electro Voice RE20 for a really good price. My effective cost for the RE20 was like 150, and it's like you go look that up. It's like a $400 or $500 microphone. Like I got a really good deal on a used one. and like when I'm listening to it for like just recording, it sounds a lot better in some ways to me, but for the streams, it's definitely been a pain point for people, it seems.
Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
Okay, now we just gotta wait for the next batch of Klingons.
Here come the Klingon battleships.
Yeah, I don't know what I changed. Is console still limited only to having like 5 buttons on the bar? Yeah, pretty much. You can, go in and do the wheel here, but it's, I will say compared to PC, it's a bit limiting. Do I have 1 and 2 on? Oh. Do I have the auger on this character? How'd you know? Yeah, I'm just getting my daily done quick. Yeah, logical, that's the issue. Terrible logical. Logical is just memeing. Just about got the daily done. Oh, what's left? There we go. There be the progress for the day. What was that pink effect? Was that the fleet power going off? Okay. Let's change it up here. Let's go a different ship. Let's do... I've got just the ship to bring out here. The Lexington RP theme build. Beautiful. And I could put my sensor links on this. Where is that Omni? All the phasers. I've enjoyed running the Lexington again recently because there's all this discussion about 4-4s being bad. So it was nice to use a 4-4 and show that they're not bad. RP theme build. Phaser Faw. Barefoot, thank you for the 5. Greatly appreciate it. Where's cultural? There we go. Okay, public queue infected the conduit elite. Here we go. It's just a matter of cloaking and decloaking to take advantage of like assault formation theta off the legendary Talis. That's a pretty big deal for some torp users. I'd ask for a supported run, but I know how difficult it is for YouTubers to create support builds. Cheops, damn. Terrible. How dare you? $17.01 says 4x4 isn't bad, just that 5.3 does everything better. I think 4x4 is perfectly fine.
The situation is grim. Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
I fly so far past that, damn. I'm having some skill issues today.
The nanite probe will repair the transformers. Stop them.
Go.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it.
If phaser lances all functioned like a built-in monster manager weapon, it'd be interesting.
However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
Cheops, I can't believe you said that. That's truly terrible. Okay, so 772 out of the phaser beams there, Fa 3, 511k out of broadside beam support, 308k out of full broadside, resonance shock off the Pavanomni, another 198k, antimatter interweave, 172, beautiful. All around, that was a good run for the Lexington. Cheops, I've got actual supports. It's just they're not modern. Terrible. Now, most of my most of my like support focus was more inside DPS. Sent Unk for 440 joules. Barefoot, thank you. That's a new one. I did not even know that was a thing. Okay. I guess to wrap things up, let's do like a final HSE here for the stream today. Then I'm going to step away from the computer for a little bit. Hi, Von Sot Elite Public Queue for those that want to join. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, Hyper. I feel like the Neurotic Lance, even on normal difficulty, is going to struggle, to be honest. Like, I do feel it's that weak.
I am perfection. I am good.
Go. Beautiful.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Beautiful. Good run. Just wait, someone is going to find a way to optimize the thing, and then it's going to top the DPS leaderboards in no time. Terrible. What is the yellow ability in Tray 7 slot 6? That is the weapon system efficiency cruiser command. Oh no, that's slot 5. Then it's, yeah, so it's the cruiser command, then DPRM, and then threatening stance.
Speaks with my voice.
Yeah, there's no saving lances right now. But let me, you know, I want to do that. I want to go in and see if I fire the Narada Lance against a normal difficulty target, can it kill it? That is the question. Continue without saving, Narada. Auto fire off on the weapons. Where's the nearest wave? Here we go. Difficulty normal. Oh, there's one right there. Oh well. I didn't look to my left. Normal what? Whatever enemy is in here on normal. Can I kill it with the lance?
Brigadier General Antessa of the...
That is the question. This NPC has 141,000 hit points. Am I gonna...
The disabled vessel is reactivating and powering its weapon systems.
I use the lance. I'm going to use it again. Okay, you guys ready? This is shot number 2. It did a little bit more that time. It did more. Okay. My feedback pulse 1. I don't have feedback pulse 1. Okay. That was interesting, but let's get back up over here. Get away from all these ships if I can.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
They really want to fight me. There's too many damage lines in here to find it. I'm going to just have to pull up the parse. So in total, I was able to get 804 DPS out of it. So it did 87.6k damage to that target. So let's look at that here. You see the first hit did like 3 hits of about 6k, and then when I fired it again later on, it got the it critically hit and it did like 25k per hit. Yeah, so on normal difficulty it was struggling to take out an enemy. So that pretty much says it all. Now I may as well get my DSC XP here, so let's go back to the area. Yeah, the idea is that basically lances and juggernaut arrays, they're considered free, so they don't like that they're free damage sources on a build, so they don't have to be good, but they're not free. The issue is that a lot of them do have like an activation time or something associated to them, and like, you know, this one's got a second charge up time. Like,
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
that just isn't good for what it does.
Hostile forces have been eliminated. The area is secure.
Yeah.
Scans
Wish
are
the charging
clear.
weapons didn't
The
affect everything
system
else.
has
Yeah,
been secured
for sure.
for now. We appreciate.
That's a good idea for me to do in the review. But for right now, I'm going to wrap things up. So I do want to thank everyone for tuning in today. We had some fun. makes no sense from a sci-fi perspective that an experimental weapon can do more damage than the Juggernaut array, which coming from a larger ship should have even more energy to do greater damage. Yeah. Yepers. Yeah, that's something I'll take a look at, probably in like an infected run, but it's, I mean, the simple reality, as you can see here, is that the built-in Juggernaut array is just garbage. Yeah. Okay. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Let me find a raid target on the Twitch. Cornholio, I see, is there. Okay. Let's do that. Raid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get a support set up, chaps. Don't you worry. There goes the raid. Got to run. Have fun. There we go. And for all of you on the YouTube side, as always, I appreciate you sticking around. This was a bit of a rough stream with the issues at the start, but yeah. Yeah. Jeremiah, it was fun. Meta update video, it's coming. I promise you that there is a meta update incoming. It's going to be a big one. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. See you.